It is I, your man Nipun Sharma, and welcome back to another video. Now these are the player ratings for Saturday night's victory against Manchester City in the Champions League final, which crowned Chelsea Champions of Europe 2021, our second ever Champions League trophy, first one coming in 2010. Our second one, the one we just won on Saturday. Two-time UCL champion, two-time Europa League champion. I think we can officially say London is blue. We really can. Even all the big Arsenal accounts have come to terms that London is blue. There is no two ways about it. London is blue. So yeah, with that being said, we move on to the player ratings for the biggest game in 9 years. So starting off in goal, Edouard Mendy. City threatened his goal, but he didn't get tested much. He did one good block on Sterling. Not much after half time, but he caught crosses when he needed to and kept things calm. He gets an 8 out of 10. Reece James, he was incredibly competent defending when he faced City's front line. He was so solid against Sterling. And he had a really good end to the season. He gets an 8 out of 10. Cesar Azpilicueta, our captain, he worked his socks off. Just like he said in the press conference before the match, he made an excellent goal line clearance in the second half, played through an injury for the last 20 minutes, and that's what I would love to see from a captain. He gets a 10 out of 10. Thiago Silva. He was his usual self, commanding at the back, and he wasn't being troubled at all before suffering a devastating injury blow. With 5 minutes to go of the first half to go, he leapt up high to try and beat Phil Foden in the air and came down, and he was unable to recover. He gets a 7.5 out of 10. Antonio Rudiger. He made one outstanding block on Raheem Sterling, and that saved a certain goal. He was booked after the break for a body check on Kevin De Bruyne. Hope he gets well in time for the Euros. He kept up to task all game and barely put a foot wrong. He gets a 9 out of 10. Ben Chilwell. He made a superb tackle after City broke following Timo Werner's miss. And as for the most part, he did a really good job on Riyad Mahrez all game. One of his best performances of the season, and such a crucial time to do it. 10 out of 10. Jorginho. He was quiet in the first half, but he kept things ticking over very nicely as the link between defence and attack. Pretty similar in the second half, but he did nothing wrong in the game. He gets a 9 out of 10. And Golo Kante. He worked his socks off as usual, and even had a towering header off the back post, and it was drifted wide. He made an excellent challenge on Kevin De Bruyne in the second half, and it summed up his class. Interception after interception all night. And he is my man of the match. 10 out of 10. Mason Mount. He did some brilliant tracking back, produced a moment of world-class play when he threaded the needle for Kai Havertz to score the only goal of the game. He got through so much work, and despite looking really bad in recent games, he was at his best again. He gets an 8.5 out of 10. Kai Havertz. City's defence couldn't pick him up at all in the first half, and his movement seemed to outwit Ruben Diaz and John Stones, who have arguably been the best centre-back partnership in the Premier League this season, and possibly in Europe, who did not have any protection in front of them in the form of a DM. He was superb. Superb composure to score the opening goal, going round Ederson like Fernando Torres, and he was a threat through all night long. Excellent work from a generational talent. He gets a 9.5 out of 10. Timo Werner. He missed within the first 10 minutes with a complete miss kick with just 6 yards, and then could only find Ederson from pulling the same range a few moments later. His movement, though, for Kai Havertz's goal, pulling Diaz away, was awesome. He was struggling with offsides though, and he was substituted in the second half. He gets a 7.5 out of 10. Substitutes. Andreas Christensen coming on for an injured Thiago Silva. Made a good block in added time after Ben Chilwell's slip, and he saved the game from going into extra time, which would have been traumatizing to say the least. Christian Pulisic. He should have made it 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Plenty of energy from the Croatian American. he gets a 6 out of 10. Mateo Kovacic, coming on for another sub. Finally, he made a Champions League final appearance and he kept the ball relatively well. 6 out of 10. Manager's rating, Thomas Tuchel. You know what? He gets a 10 out of 10 as well. He got everything spot on, from the tactics to the setup to the instructions. And with that, Chelsea are champions of Europe. The trophy comes to London, to West London, for the second time in our club's history. So can we safely say that football is blue now? Man City won the Premier League. Chelsea won the Champions League, and Leicester won the FA Cup. All three teams play in blue. So yeah, this is going to be my last club-related video until the new football season. I shall be reacting to the fixture list when it comes out. And I shall also be doing some Euros content in the build-up for the tournament. So yeah, with that being said, social media is in the description below. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications if you haven't already. And the like target for this video is 10 likes, so that would be great. We are on the road to 400 subscribers, and I'm hoping to get there by the end of this month. So yeah, please remember. So yeah, with that being said, you have been a wonderful audience, and this is Nip and Sharma signing off. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Up the Chels, and come on you Blues. And I shall see you in the next video. Laters.